Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today with our little man, Augie. Look at that. He comes on cue, too. I'm going to continue working with Augie. As you know, he's our 15, 16-month-old Tennessee walking horse gelding. And he's Lady Lonza's son, Annie's grandson. And we've started working with him to get him to be desensitized to scary things outside, to respect my space, and to be sent when I want to send him. And we're going to try, if he tries to bump me, we're going to work on that again today too. I've got a couple things to play with him with. I've got a rope, and I've got an orange slicker. I also have my cousin's scarf in my pocket. Now, I don't know if you were watching, but he was mouthing all that stuff. And it's one thing to have, good boy, it's one thing for him to not be scared of it when it's just sitting here. But when I start flapping it around him, I think it'll be a different story. So I'm going to halter him. He came quite willingly. I know there's a lot of flies. He's backing up to avoid this, and I'm just going to go with him so he can't avoid it. When you're working with these little guys, everything they do is a test. Every single thing. So he cannot do anything really except stand here until I'm ready to work with him. Come on over here, buddy. He's not liking this. He probably thinks I'm trying to move him. Hope. Hope. I'm not moving him, I'm just swinging the rope, which he doesn't like. I'm just swinging it. I'm just swinging it. Oh, good boy. It's a nice, slow rhythm. Good boy. He has keeping an eye on it. Licking and chewing a little bit. Good boy. Notice his left hind leg is cocked. That's not a resting posture. That's I'll take off if I have to posture. Swing a little faster. Good boy. Hit the ground. You're doing good, buddy. Very good. Very good. He's got a couple little scrapes on him. His face and his side. I'm playing a little rough over the fence. So I'm going to shorten this in this hand so he can't go away. Faster so it makes a sound. Good boy. It's not so bad. That's not so bad. So he knows I'm not hitting. he knows I'm just putting something on him. I didn't see Brandon work with him. I think Brandon worked with him twice. And Sierra worked with him once. I know Sierra was throwing a saddle pad on him. It seems to me that he is further along with this stuff, move your head, than Mystery was when we started with Mystery. Again, that right hind is cocked now, in case he needs to take off. Nope. Isn't that good? Pick up his feet. Good boy. Put it down when I want to, not when he wants to. Run my hand down. Sometimes you squeeze right there. Pick it up. Put it down gently. Very good boy. He leaned on me a little bit, but I was able to put it down when I wanted to. Square him up a little so I can pick up that one. Good boy. There you go. Put it down. There you go. Those few steps he takes backing away from me, he's trying to avoid me, but if I follow him, just right next to him, not pushing him away from me, but just keeping with him until he stops. Good. That was a deep breath, huh? Should we see what this will do? Make sure my rope is safe in my hand. Want to say hi? This is good. He's curious. That's very good. It's not scary, huh? The wind will blow it now. I think you probably remember a couple of weeks ago when Sierra came back from a ride on Ben and Katie was wearing the yellow slicker. And boy, did Ben shoot sideways. This wouldn't be the worst thing to do with Ben and Crow either. See, look. It's almost like a toy. Mm-hmm. Sometimes Celia has asked, can we explain running the horse around the corral? And the reason we do it is to get the horse to move away from our pressure, for one, and that's just our pressure of moving into him like that. And also to teach him to move forward. When the horses are out on their own, walk, they run, they walk, they trot whenever they want, but you want them to move when you want them to move. There are a couple horses here, Erskine, and even sometimes Ben, who, when you get on them, they just plant their feet and they say, I'm not moving. And starting now, to get them to move when you ask them to move, is part of training them to be ridden. It's pretty good. What the reason I was taught, we called this a round pen, and we had a long rope called the lunge line. And growing up writing English, and still a lot of English trainers, I was taught that you lunged them. We didn't even have a round pen. So we would lunge them in an arena on a 20-foot rope. And we did that because the thinking then was get them tired before you get on them. So we would actually just make them work, and then till they were tired, and then we would ride. Looking back on that, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because we would, we had a long whip called a lunge whip, and you would just make them run, but it wasn't controlled, and it really wasn't about the relationship and the respect. It was just about exhausting them. So what I've learned since I left Los Angeles and left that 100-jumper world was making them move is very different than exhausting them. It makes a lot of difference in everything, in just personal space, respect, knowing who's in charge of whom. This is good. Remember how he wouldn't stand? He would always mouth you or bump you or something. Now he's being a good boy, and I even have the jacket. He's not coming in on me. He's just wondering about the jacket making noise against him. What do you think about that? Feels funny, doesn't it? I'd rather it not fall off and scare him, but if it does... Oh. That's very good. He's being respectful of space and distance between us. He's not running me over. He's not biting me. He's not pushing. I imagine if we keep doing this for a long time, he will eventually, as a way to tell me he wants to stop. He's starting to make me drag him a little bit. This is good. Oh, back up. You're growing up, little buddy. He's showing quite a bit of trust, don't you think? He doesn't want this here. He's not used to it, but he's certainly not coming unglued and really trying to avoid. That's really nice. What do you think of that? I'm going to hang on him a little bit. When it finally comes time to throw a saddle on him, he's not going to be a problem at all. So he wants to get away from me being on him, but I'm going to make him stand here with me. And I'm doing the Dunrovin lean on him. He's thinking about leaving, but he's not. Good boy. How about the other side? What you have to do on what you do on one side, you have to do on the other, because it's like it never happened before. Your mane needs a good washing, buddy. If you pull that off you, it's going to scare you. He's not loving this, but you're going to back into that, and then there's nowhere to go. So he relaxed, he looked around, he blinked. And getting off him is going to be his reward. I'm going to swing this around by his back legs. Good boy. He probably thinks it's a game, which I think is okay. That's pretty good. Look at you, rock star. Think we can walk on it? Good boy. You can smell it if you want. Good boy. There you go. You're so good. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Isn't it silly what we want you to do? That's okay. I don't blame you for doing that. Why wouldn't you? I'm going to do this away from him. Makes a lot of noise. Let's see it again. Isn't this silly? Now he's going to follow it. He is like a little kid. He's picking at it a little bit. You might scare yourself if you drag it off. Not too scary? Look at you. Not too much phases you, huh? Look pretty nice there, buddy. There you go. What do you think? You look marvelous. You can't ruin it, though. I don't want to do too much, so if anything scares him, and then I have to work to undo that. He seems pretty good, doesn't he? Oh, I'm very happy with you, bud. Well, you know what, Augie? I think we've done well. I think we haven't done anything that we have to undo. I think it's a good place to stop. Think it's a good place to stop? Yeah? All right. You want that off? Go ahead, pull it. Oh. It's not even scary, is it? Well, there, I think Oggy has called an end to his little playtime today. Don't you think he did great? All right, I think we're going to call it a good day for him, everyone. Boy, he's night and day. Every time I'm with him, it's night and day from the last time. You're a smart young man. All right, everybody. If you don't have any questions, and thank you, Sue, for your question. It was a great question. Why do we make them go around in a circle? So they'll move away from our pressure and respect our space. And then when we get on them and we add energy to them, they will go forward willingly. Okay. Oggy and I are going to say goodbye for today. I will see you Sunday. Fur and Feathers is, I say it, Am I Blue? Am I Blue? Sunday for Fur and Feathers. And in parentheses, and fish. Okay, thanks much, everybody. Sierra will be back in a couple hours from a ride. New Katie, we have New Katie. New Katie will be here to do the evening chores, and I'll be back out to bring my horse in. And we will see you next time. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.